Today's Friday and I have a couple more days before I head home. I'm going back home on Sunday morning. So I gotta get some stuff shopping, you know, buy stuff for the family, for the kiddos. And of course, have a nice cup of coffee. The coffee here is amazing. It is fantastic. This shopping really wears you out. You need to sit down and recharge. And I mean, this is pretty cool. Check this out. You can literally recharge. See it right here? Regular plug and USB. How cool is that? This is where the real fun begins. Here we are with my mom.
Hi.
Having a lovely cup of coffee in this lovely place. See this thing behind me? See it right there? Treats, lots of yummy treats, lots of goodies. Do you think I should go for it? Mom says I should. Something nice and sweet. I probably will cave in. Isn't that lovely?
Cappuccino. I am happy.
Happy?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Nice. There's my mom. She's on TV.
Priazeň diváka si udržať. To nie je také jednoduché.
Slovenského kabaretu. Pri spomienke na legendárnu
Na novej scéne, alebo niečo iné, tak už som zmobilizovaná a...
Alright, now that the parties and the festivities are behind us, I can actually show you around the neighborhood. Come on. This is the house I grew up in, but obviously it's been since remodeled. My brother did a fantastic job. It's very different from what it used to look like. Right here behind me there used to be a big pine tree. Well, it started as a little pine tree. My dad planted it the day I was born. It was a little tiny tree that grew into a giant tree, but one day they had a huge storm, and I mean huge, and got knocked out. So no more birth tree. And this is my house. That's the house I was born in. That's the house I grew up in. It was awesome. Living here was a kid's dream. Riding our bikes, running around, playing soccer, riding sled in the winter. We got some snow here in the winter. It was great. This little plaza was our awesome soccer stadium in the summer and an ice hockey rink in the winter. And the games were absolutely amazing. We also rode our bikes, of course. There were no cars here back then. There was nothing here. Ah, the good old days. It was fun. The place has changed incredibly. I wouldn't even recognize most of those places now, but it still smells the same. It smells like home. This hill behind me was our sled domain. This was our track. In winter we'd get a little ice. Well, if we didn't get ice, we would help it with some buckets of water. Snow, of course, and then we'd ride our sleds down this hill. Serious speed. We'd hook up 3, 4, maybe sometimes 5 sleds and create a train and then shoot it down. Now, where it got tricky and really interesting and where a good steering skill was required was that turn down there. Let me show you. So the sleds are coming down. Now the skill of the operator, which was the second sled in the train, was to make the turn sharp enough not to hit this fence. Sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't. And our scraped left elbows were an indication that we were tough and we meant business. And we would just end the turn and end there, and of course hope and pray that the few cars that were in town once in a while didn't show up at the same place at the same time. This building right here is now an embassy, but back then it was my preschool. The trouble was, it was right on the path where my parents used to drive home, and when we were playing outside and I saw their car, I would just hop the fence and jet it home, of course, to freak out all of the teachers. You know, it's funny how when you're 9, all this seemed really big, huge. This was our space and our domain. There was no iPads, no computers, no nothing, so we spent our days hanging out on the street. Now, it just seems really tiny. This was the house of some big-time political communist hotshot back in the days. His name was Bilak. And of course, as a big communist hotshot, he was patrolled and protected 24/7. Comrade Bilak also had the best, sweetest cherries in the entire neighborhood. So now you have the armed patrols on one hand, but awesome cherries on the other. What does a crew of very skilled, fast and cunning strategists like us, of course 9 years old, what do? You jump the fence, grab the cherries and come back before the patrol can get you. Most of the time it worked, sometimes it didn't. Trouble. This is our final stop. This place is called Slavin. It was built after World War II as a memorial to the Soviet army. The view from there is beautiful. Come on, let me show you. These fresh flowers come from the celebration of May 9th, which is a national holiday throughout Europe that commemorates the end of World War II. Pretty cool monument, huh? Check that out. So that's my little town of Bratislava. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Come and visit sometimes. It's a lovely place. The food is delicious and people are really nice, warm and friendly. I'll talk to you soon.